Hey, buddy, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining me. We're going to do a love notes for TLC. This happened just over a month ago. We've been doing these. This will be the fourth one. Hi, Gemini. Hey, Nolabu. V, what's up? Squishy Socks. Tracy S. Runs in Circles. Mary. Edna. Key. We got Lindsay, Sunny Bizzle, and everybody else just listening. Thank you for joining me. Smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, what I'm going to do now is get straight into it. So, this is called There's No Turning Back Now. She did this stream September the 5th, 2022. So, it's pretty current, where she'll talk about conspiracy theories because it seems she's been on that tip for quite some time. Good morning there, Penny Young. How are you doing? All right. So yeah, it's October the 11th, 2022. It's actually Nader El Shami's birthday today. He turns 41 years old. Can you believe that he's 41? Well, I can believe it. And yeah, hey, what can I say? He is 41 and we still have no idea where he is. Let me also do one thing before we truly get started. I got a post that I am live. I should do that on my main channel. So give me a second to do that and then we shall get started. Other than that, hopefully everybody's well, everybody's good. I also will say that I am going to be maybe doing a live stream for where I cook later this evening. So how about that? Good morning, Belize and Mimi. Yeah, he does look a hard 41, Sunny Bizzle. Hey, Penny Young. Most people think his birthday was yesterday, but it's actually not. Hey, Tracy S. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That's all listening while doing housework. You don't think she's ever going to get well? Well, there's always a chance for everybody to get well because there's a lot of cases where a lot of people aren't in the best of positions, but then, they change their life around for the better. But we shall see with her and with everybody else if they're going to get better or if they're gonna keep being stuck. Right, live, right. Okay, I should put live right now. Uh, Notes for TLC, and then we're gonna get straight into it. Like I said, it's Tuesday, and it's pretty cold where I am at. Not deter me from doing what I'm doing. All right, posted. Let's go. Let me share my screen and everything else. Here we go. Done, and we'll start.
I'm so grateful that I just pushed that baby away so easily. Like, that's pretty awesome. I didn't think I had it in me. I can't believe that I got to the point where I was that hardened by the situation, and everybody's trying to make me look like I'm crazy either way. So, keep your opinions to yourselves. That's pretty hilarious. Nobody fucking wants them.
If you're not familiar with this person, we'll catch you up.
Nobody wants you to try to persuade me into keeping the child either. Believe me, it's not going to work out. It would not work out with me raising a child with no income, them making me look like I'm crazy, them trying to persuade me. The reason why this fucking foster person is able to give me photos of that is my actual child. I'm telling you, this is the type of torment these people are offering me. You know what I'm saying? So they took the baby. They made it out to be like there was some issue. They can do that, I guess, because they can manipulate people in the system because of money. So they just tell them, and the people just do their jobs. They're just
Welcome,
literally
everybody.
puppets to these puppeteers.
She's been on the tip about the government and conspiracy theories and whatnot, talking about trying to get her child back that was taken away from her. This is.
And
I'm good,
people
Sonny.
are all like, "Oh, you should fight for your baby. You should you should totally go get your baby back." And I'm like, "No. I would rather wait for the right man. I would rather wait for the right individual, the right gentleman, because what had happened, not my fault. Clearly not my fault. We all know this. Um, and people trying to persuade others into getting birth control. No, that's wrong. Do your jobs as police officers and actually put the people in jail
What?
when they need to be put in jail.
So I don't know about that comment because originally she was supposed to get the birth control. She said she would take it. She didn't take it. Instead, she used it as gas money. And look what has happened. She brought a child into the world and she doesn't want to take care of it. In fact, she said or made statements multiple times about unaliving her child and whatnot. And she was clearly a danger. Missy Ann says she's never getting that kid back. Absolutely her fault.
And
Hmm.
not the innocent individuals either. Um, who do you refer to as these people? Probably anybody that's that 0.01% that truly controls the populace, the people that actually have the finances to destroy other people's lives, that have the capability of accessing electronics from everywhere, that have video footage and surveillance of every single individual on earth. That's who I mean by they. Who are you talking about? Huh? You think I'm talking about all that? Of the officers here on this fucking lowly level eating their donuts and coffee? Didn't think so. With their thumbs up their asses? Didn't think so.
Wow.
That's why they had to send all these hyper fit people too, because they know one day I might fucking stab somebody. And it might not
Okay.
necessarily need to be anybody that was a regular civilian in any of these fucking towns that I go to.
Another thing, trigger warning, she will talk about violent acts towards not only herself but other people on a consistent and regular basis. She'll talk about grapey stuff. She'll talk about a lot of conspiracies. It's just really graphic. So if you're sensitive, please leave now because we're going to continue.
Because anybody could be a target to me now that they've pushed me to the breaking point over and over and over again. And I thought I'd snapped enough. And I was like, damn, I had already prepared not to be able to sustain that child. When all of that happened and I found out about the warrant and you allowed that text to go through me, I was actually very appreciative because I thought to myself, I just needed that reassurance to know he was never coming back. I needed that reassurance to know that he really was a terrible human being. And I'm actually very grateful to you for doing this so gently. Um, it may not seem like it was gently
Also, she likes to do a lot of word
to other
salads.
people,
Word
but for
salads,
me,
if that didn't
I
come
know
out properly.
myself. We all know how tough I am. I know that you're upset with me
Smash
because
that
of the
like
things
button,
I
everybody.
say,
Appreciate it.
but not because of the things that I do, which is generally good things, positive things.
Smash it up. If you're just coming in, if you're not familiar with this person, we're going to
Persuading
catch you
everyone
up.
into believing that I'm not good enough for the world around me.
By the way, that's not me, that's her. Her internet connection was, I guess, not that great. So she'll break up here
And I
and there.
realized it would have gone either way, but mostly you didn't like what I was doing, calling you out on your bullshit. I get that. Nobody likes getting called out on their bullshit, not even me. But I adjust and I accept it and I make transitions to better myself and acknowledge that maybe there is a better path than to harm everyone and to rob them and steal from them. So that's what I did. I went about doing things that were more wholesome. Sure, I did a few things that might not have been kosher, might not have been exactly what you wanted or would have conveyed exact appropriateness. Um, but you live and you learn, and when you're in a toxic world like this, zombie
It
land,
seems
it's
it seems it's everybody's fault with her, not ever her fault. She doesn't like to take responsibility for her own actions. When it comes to something, she always twists and turns it to make it seem as if it's somebody else.
hard not to
Always somebody for her.
interact with some people that are going
Volatility.
to persuade you. into doing terrible things. I only do this so I can talk to you because seeing myself on the video is helpful because then I can interact with what I really want to say, with what my true thought process is at that time.
Was she freed?
Was I upset?
Sasha, she was not.
Yeah, you saw the realness of that, the
She's still
raw
locked up.
that I exposed it so that you could know exactly what I was thinking during these moments, these heated moments, so that you could judge for yourself. Was it really that bad? No. Am I really that bad? Not really. Sure, I say some things and I should, stop that. But at the same time, and mostly it's under heightened
True,
stress.
Lindsay.
Today I had a lot of shock. You saw that through the yawn.
Very true.
I don't care if people think I'm fucking crazy either. And then everybody's like talking about pleading their insanity. Whatever you need to do. Just get me the fuck out of this system. Get me the fuck away from these people, really. Um, I don't know what name. I really don't. But honestly, it's kind of
Wow.
like it would be fun, something to sit there and think about. I know that you don't give people a whole lot of time. It's not like that. Generally, it's snap decisions. Either
So, if you're not familiar with her, she had her baby, and that baby was taken away from her. She keeps complaining that, it was all bullshit, that she signed papers, and now she is saying that it was all BS and she wants her child back, but she signed the child away. Come on. Is this a new person? Yes, Cypher, new person. Not that new to some. How long they going to hold her? I actually don't know, Sasha. Last thing I know is that she was being extradited. Good morning, it ain't that. Hi, Auroras. Welcome, everybody.
which one? I couldn't imagine what some people have gone through due to their pride, due to them not wanting to humble themselves to you in the situations. I couldn't imagine what they have lost and had to go through and how painful that might have been for each individual before they were just killed off. Their stories ended.
Trigger warning, everybody.
And
Trigger warning.
of course, some of those individuals are fine, but in this realm, everything is fine. Everything is. It just is. There's a bunny. I love it so much. I love them the most. They're just so innocent.
Where does she
People
get
say
that
that they're
from?
vermin. They're not
I love them the most. Is very Nether like.
vermin. They're not pests. No, they're so cute. I mean, yes, they'll eat all your food and stuff, but look at the exchange for it. Look at how
For sure, Sunny.
beautiful it is. I would feed it all of my carrots if I had carrots. He's so cute, and I'm in love with him. I love him so much. Why does my heart have so much love to offer? Why?
Yeah,
I'm
she did,
just in love
Gemini.
right now.
She put puppies, trigger warning, she put puppies in the freezer and heard their dying and crying screams and did nothing about
He's
it.
just sitting over there.
Very disgusting thing to
She.
do, but that's what she's done. I'm appalled, I'm offended, I'm disgusted.
No, might be a boy. I'm not really too good from a distance. Sometimes I really have to interact with something to get to know it. And then, once you get to know certain amounts of
Exactly,
things, that's why
Sasha.
I started realizing which ones of you were fake, which ones were real, or which ones were just placed and placed for a little while. So, with funny stories. Look at it.
I
I get too
am
excited. I get
scared
too
what she would
excited.
do to these
I thought I was
bunnies.
going to faint earlier. I was like, oh, I'm so happy. I don't know why I have so many emotions.
That as well, as Gemini
Why
says,
it's so strong. And then all of a sudden they're just, okay, balance yourself out, bitch.
she refers to people as things. She even refers to her children as possessions. Not
I
the
know
way
I'm not
you would
supposed to
think
say the
of
naughty
people.
words. I know I'm not supposed to do all these things that are naughty. I'm still over here. What are you talking about? I'm still living in this
Sure of
trash.
facts, Nikki.
So, yeah, I'm going to talk how I have to talk. People are cray cray. People are. What is wrong with you? I'm silly and weird because Look at the way that people act. Look at how crazy they are. They don't slow down. They don't notice the little things. They don't appreciate anything. And you say, I don't. I'm like, no, believe me. I am appreciative of everything. I love my car. I love, it's like the glad game off of Pollyanna. You're glad
You,
about certain
well,
aspects of things. Well, I'm
I'm sure
glad that
she
I
loves
had
her
the
car.
experience,
How
like
many
with
kids does
the
she have?
baby.
Two.
I wish I could have the baby. We all know this. But then I would probably smother him to death.
There we go with the unalive in talk. She does this a lot. Trigger warning.
Baby. We all know this. But then I would probably smother him to death.
Yikes.
You
Why
know?
would you say that?
So, and people are like, gotcha. Yes, words. Words. You caught me. You caught me.
You're
Red
right. It
handed.
ain't that. Exactly.
Paint all over me. Blood. Red handed. Blood. My blood. All over.
So, yep. She still
So,
has been absent from her
anyway,
YouTube channel.
I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day. I'm worried about not eating so much. Not the fact that I don't want to eat so much, but the fact that I don't want to eat. I'm sad, and I know what's to come.
She
And I'm
loves to
like,
eat, though.
that's going to be so rough. 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 Can we just be
Edna says this is such a cry for help.
done with
Yeah,
this?
I
I
can
don't
totally
want any
understand
more
that,
of that
Edna.
fake stuff. I don't want any more of that same old love, that fake love. I don't want any of it. I don't want to pursue something that is just going to end up becoming toxic, inevitably, just like the world around us. That's why I never truly sought to get back to him, the Father, December 4th.
Gemini says, why can't she be taken into psych for these thoughts? She's a danger to herself and others. As I've said, it's actually pretty hard to 5150 somebody. You have a stringent set of parameters that you have to follow. And I don't think that she would be successfully 5150. I know she has a lot of issues, but really those parameters are stringent. In fact, maybe we should have like a talk about that, what it actually takes to 5150 somebody. That would actually be a very good thing to know and understand, because we talk a lot about 5150. Some people throw it in the chat a lot. Very good topic of discussion.
But I thought, people were better than that. I really did. Um, I really did think that. There were so many kind people, so many people that didn't abuse me, that didn't, they knew I was going through stuff. They knew that I was very childlike, you know. They knew that I was just very naive sometimes, but I wasn't really naive. I know the difference. It's just people perceive me as that because
Right.
of
Yeah,
my
exactly,
appearance
Gemini.
and the way I sound. So, and the way that my tone is for certain things. So, I know you saw me working out earlier, and then I just can't stop because I have to get my mind off of things. And I just wish I could find my rabbit hole,
Does she have family? Yes,
I
she
just want
does.
to go.
But they're pretty estranged. So I've been looking stuff up, and what makes a person eligible for 5150? First, the person is a danger to others. Two, is the person danger to oneself, and then three, is the person gravely disabled. And the whole gravely disabled, it can be interpreted very differently in a lot of jurisdictions. Even the interpretation of if a person is a danger to their self, the courts generally interpret this as a life-threatening danger to oneself. So there's a lot of interpretations when it comes to this. She's pretty capable of, getting into a car, maneuvering a car, eating. These are a lot of things that
I don't like getting pissed off at
a
everything
doctor would
constantly.
take into
I don't like
consideration.
that he was taken, but what am I supposed to do? I can't fight you people. You own everything. Own
Furthermore,
everything.
Is there an imminent threat that exists? Because she says she talks like this a lot, but has she actually gone through with it? She might have even says a few times she has gone through with it, but if you know and understand her history, she actually makes up a lot of things.
Why would I disrespect you in any way?
Exactly, Tracy. Yes, that's why
My
I'm saying it takes a
words.
lot
My
to 51
words.
50 somebody.
And I'm like, oh, Jesus, I've lived through enough. Why do you have to always muzzle everybody? You got to sit there and put chains on everything we do. Can't we just have a little fun? Can't we just have a little fucking fun and joke around, have some dark humor for a moment so that we can get on with our day? Because the reality of it is shocking, horrifying. And yet, you just have to do your job and move forward. That's weird. I don't know. That's why I'm being a trooper about this. My boobs hurt. They really do. My boobs really hurt.
Also, another thing she likes to do is show off her body parts. So please keep that in mind. She will all of a sudden show off her body parts, especially her boobs, which she will do in this stream. So please be cautious of
Do
that.
you want to see my boobs?
No,
I know I'm not
no,
supposed
thank
to show
you.
you my boobs. I know I'm not supposed to
Is she
show
the
them
puppy
off
killer?
and be so
Yes.
proud of them, or they'll get taken from me. I get that. But I'm going to try to show you. They're all itchy. All of it. All of this hurts in here. You see how firm that is? How hard? That's they feel like implants. They're so hard as rocks. All the skin around it and stuff. Those are nice tits. Nice tits.
Yikes.
Oh my god. They're so itchy. And they're so like, ooh, that's nice. That's
Sunny Bizzle says her lower eyes are puffy and her affect is slow. She's like she's drained or on something. Well, she likes her green. She also likes the
gross.
shrooms.
Pervert. You're a goddamn
She
pervert.
loves her
Everybody.
psilocybin
I know
as
you've been
well as her
adjusting the numbers and
THC.
shit. I'm not stupid. Ow. My tits hurt. Ow. What is wrong with you? Just take it away and now they're hard as fucking rocks. And I understand it's because I'm not supposed to have them. I get it. But why am I not
What does that
supposed to?
even
I mean, I
mean?
get it. I know. I just have to go back and forth because it's that shock. That shock. That state of shock. And I'm like, and then you tell me to stop smoking. No, I can't do that all at once yet. And also, too, I could handle it. I would just have to sleep it off.
Right, Sunny?
Any of the rest of that. Sleep and eat and then exercise
People want her to get off of the THC. Like I
and
said, her
fucking,
go-to,
yeah, weed helps a lot. But,
she describes her medicine as THC.
and I understand, you've got to go without.
Then she'll
But
drive,
Jesus
which is rather
Christ.
scary.
So I'm sweaty. It's hot in here. My life is weird. Why am I so weird? All those dudes at the gym. Did you see that? Ew. And then they were trying to approach me? Ew. No. Get
Right,
away
exactly,
from me.
Sunny.
Can they smell the milk? Can they smell that? The pheromones from my tits?
And the other thing is she likes to really sexualize everything. It's just this random sexualization. She'll just make a comment and then she'll just sexualize. I do believe so, Lindsay.
I mean, yeah, no, I get that. When you got big boobs, I get that. But because these are real, there's a huge difference, isn't there? Because of the glands and the pheromones that are secreted. Just come out of my nipples? Just the skin around it, the areola, all of that. Gross. Crusty milk.
All right, let's move on. Hey, Jackie, how you
Holy
doing?
shit, they're supposed to be just random ones just everywhere dispersed. I want to kill myself. How
Trigger
embarrassing for me.
warning.
Some of the shit I've done and been tripping out in
Exactly,
front of
Edna.
people and not that's embarrassing. Not really.
Um,
We all go through our shit.
I really think she's not taking care of herself, Sunny Bizzle.
We all do.
But
I
yeah,
try to wise up.
your point
I
is
try not
right.
to be so disgusting and provocative. Like, but then you push me into wanting to just act out. Why? You think I'm going to act correct? No, I'm not going to come at you correct when you steal and rob and rape me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, it's supposed to adjust me, make me better. We all have the fucking research. That doesn't work. Abuse doesn't fucking work. You keep abusing something, it's going to make the fucking cycle continue with the offspring, with everything, the chemical imbalances, the
Trigger
chemicals that
warning,
get
everybody.
fucking DNA. Jesus. Why? Rubbing my filthy fucking hands all over my face. Everything is disgusting.
If this is too much for you, then leave.
I'm tripping out. Kids are
I see,
just
Lindsay.
feet away. Just feet away. You quit talking about that perverse stuff. And that's not right. Don't get me on those stupid charges and shit.
Maybe they did,
Trying
Edna.
to tell me I'm a pervert like that toward children. That's disgusting. I'm very much a child myself, and I don't even see myself as a grown ass woman sometimes. Not that I've tried to sleep with a bunch of baby boys or anything, like, teenagers. Weirdos. Why do you catch me in phrasing too and then adjust it so everybody's watching some crazy stuff? Stop it. And I understand. I get it. But why? Everything all the time. Everything. Every little goddamn thing. Every little. I swear to God, if I saw you face to face right now, I'd slap the shit out of you. I would.
That's another thing she does. Random thoughts about violently attacking other people.
I'd be like, don't touch me. I'm going to beat you. Hands behind your back.
Gemini says she needs a sports bra that is tight with another one over it. Pumping will only make her continue to lactate. Yeah, Gemini, thank you for this. Wise
I'm not
words
even
of
playing.
advice.
I'm being mad. Like, this isn't right. I shouldn't be mad.
That was random, but that's how she likes to do it. Random thoughts, word salad. A lot of the
I
times,
think it's just the
she'll say
hormones.
this, she'll say that.
Slowly but surely getting out of my system. I mean, it has been a week. Really, I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm not physically violent. Sometimes.
What?
But
Then
not normally.
sometimes means that
Not
you
unless I'm
are.
really pushed into it.
Why is she
You see
walking the
my boobs from that
streets?
distance?
Well, more
I
like
don't think
driving the streets.
so. God, they are so big right now. They're so big and juicy. I hope you guys don't have all this footage just out there. That's horrifying. I was like, gross. That's why I did it. I was like, if you want people to see it, fine. Fuck it. Let's dance. Let's dance, bitch. Ah, so many degrading terms. Just all of it. All of it. This
As she
entire
refused
realm is
housing,
just what the fuck?
I'm gonna have to look into that more, Gemini. What I understand is that she refuses a lot of things, a lot of times. So I do know that she likes to not follow orders. I have to look into the housing situation because she is also new to me. I'm still learning as we go along, but I do have a pretty good sense of what she has or hasn't done. So let me put that down on my list to look into.
What did you create, mother and father? What did you create? I was just so innocent, just so pure. And then all this shit happened, and I was still working my job, minding my own business, doing my own thing. Oh my God. I'm not freaking out anymore. I know everything is as it is, but I want to know more. I want to know more about the constraints and the regulations and how it,
Constraints,
the cycling of
regulations
it.
of
I want to
what?
know. I want to know. Like, I want to know and
Government?
get the actual answers and not just whatever's whispered to me sometimes and not just whatever's passing through with whatever videos you offer me. None of that. I want to know. Like,
How old is she? Good question. She's in her 30s.
There's always a reason. There's always something. You can prove it. You can prove this stuff.
Good question, Gemini. So many questions like, was she not offered mental health services while she was in the hospital? Why no medication? Yeah, very good questions. I think the next thing we should do is go over maybe one or two of those hospital streams because she did do them
I would really like to talk to that piece
from the
of shit
hospital.
December 4th and ask him, hey, what's up? What's the real truth? What was going on with you? Hey, I spent 9 months waiting around for you. Popped out your baby. How are you doing?
Also, the December 4th is the guy that she decided to go ahead with rape charges on. It was investigated, it was found out that he was not guilty of those charges, and then they turned around and charged her with filing these false charges on the man.
How's everything going? How are you gonna handle that? Having to raise that over there. Take care of it. It's all yours, buddy. There's like it's finally to the point where I've disconnected and I realize like, well, that was completely
It
toxic.
all stemmed from a
He
date.
completely let
Well, a
me go
couple
through the
dates.
entire thing and I felt so sad at first. I was like, that really, really hurt. And then now I'm like, whoa, I really dodged a fucking bullet because he's a POS. And anybody that would do that to a woman is not worth it. Not at all. So let his new lady or whatever, or man, yeah, I don't know. You guys are weird and sick. Weird and sick. And I realize now
For
that's
sure. Now,
gross.
very good
That's
questions.
really gross. I can't believe what the fuck. And you just let him do it.
Smash
You
that like
just
button,
let
everybody.
him fucking
It helps
stick
me
it
out.
in without anything. And I was trying to fucking sleep and
A
everything.
balanced
Like, no, no,
opinion.
no, 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 no. Corral your fucking. Oh my God. Oh, and that's what pisses me off. That's why I get verbally aggressive with you. That's why. All that time just wasted. My body. I mean, yeah, the plumpness, it'll probably be good because I was wasting away. I was withering away to nothing. But that's what the point of it was. I
Oh,
was trying to kill myself off.
these
My
world
life was
salads.
worthless. I couldn't be around my daughter. I couldn't be around my son now. And my life is worth.
That is a very good question, Edna, or statement. It's hard to believe she wasn't offered any help, especially talking like this. You'd be surprised how many people are in and out of hospitals and they do need mental health care, and people in positions where they can offer this don't bat an eye because they see it to they see it regularly to the point where it's been normalized that they don't help, or should I really say, yeah, they don't help to the point unless it's something super drastic. Like we've seen this even with McHenry Cruiser, like he was in jail in LA County. He should have been offered mental health care, but they didn't offer it to him. You'd be surprised how many people actually slip through the cracks when it comes to mental health, when it even comes to regular health care in considerably the best country in the world, the US of A, and then you're not getting proper health care. Can you imagine that? But it happens day after day, different states, different cities, different counties all over the United States of America.
Worthless to most people. Apparently, you've got a plan for it. Apparently, this entire thing was a huge fucking
Exactly, Tracy. It's
fiasco,
a
I'd say.
problem.
Just what the fuck? You didn't expect this, I'm sure.
Too many
Especially at this
people
time
slip through the
where it was
cracks.
like, well, and I kept persisting. I would not back down. And that's the difference between me and someone else, too, where yes, I was compliant, but I also understood that you were lying straight to my fucking face. What? And I was very confused because you were all very, very good. And not all of you, but there were some of you that really were straight faced and you just gave me the what? Some of them answers, yes, but what the fuck? Why
Too many people slip through the cracks when it comes to
am I so
healthcare.
forgiving?
A lot of things
Not
can be
forgiving enough
avoided.
to raise someone else's baby like that.
The system isn't very proactive, but rather more
I mean, if he
reactive.
wanted the baby, if that's what he wanted to go around just having unprotected sex with people, that's his baby, not mine. But it is sad that I had to waste so much fucking time, effort, my body, all of that, and you can't just pay money to in exchange. That's not the same. Like that's literally a life. That's something that came out of me. You'd think that I would be able to own it.
All right, we're listening to Love Notes for TLC. She's been on YouTube for quite a while. She has garnered a reputation for any guy that's in her orbit. She will say that they grape her. She likes to talk about violent acts, not only to herself, but to her child and other random people. She hates the government. She doesn't like to work. She's on SSDI. She feels like she shouldn't work and that everything should be provided to her for free. Her mindset is not to work. She drives around in her vehicle. She likes to frequent gyms. She doesn't like to listen to authority. In fact, she hates listening to authority and will argue to the point where she gets thrown out of shelters, of gyms. She likes to talk shit while on the shitter. She likes the sounds of her defecating and urinating while talking crap about somebody. She has been kicked out of a gym for defecating in the shower room, as in shitting in the shower room. And she likes to spend a lot of her days at multiple gym facilities in the area, and then she will live out of her car. She recently was pregnant. She gave birth. That child was taken away from her, and that stemmed from her early December and also late November escapades on an online dating site where she met men. They had unprotected sex with some of them on multiple occasions. She got pregnant from the fiasco. One of these men she charged falsely because it was investigated, and she got a charge for making up false allegations. And that is why she is currently being extradited, the last time I heard, back to wherever these charges stem from, and that's the last we heard of her. So what we're doing now is just going over some of the most recent live streams where she's talking about a lot of things.
No, the government apparently owns mine. And I already explained that. That's why I said that, because I'm like,
Exactly, runs in
it's
circles,
not really even a joke.
right?
It's the
Squishy
truth.
socks.
I mean, we get our best material from the truth and we joke around about it. And I don't know. What am I supposed to do with all this baby
You're
shit?
welcome, a balanced
Like drop it
opinion.
off somewhere? Like, or just donate it in a trash bin thing, one of those
How
things.
about you donate
Because
it
it's
if
taking
you
up a
have
lot of
baby stuff?
space. And I know I spent a lot of effort and I really loved him and I put all that, oh my God, you know, like I put that elbow grease into finding us something. And I really tried to see myself as having a family through that fucking backward, whatever the fuck that was. And I realized that's a red flag. That would eventually set me off.
Also, I should say she really, really dislikes her ex husband.
And not that I would harm the child or anything, but more than likely I would probably hold a grudge, and if ever saw the father again with his family and everything, and realizing that he had abused me and lied to me and left us for dead, and he got out free, just scot free, taking care of all these other kids and whatever, after just neglecting and leaving mine. Why wasn't mine good enough? Why wasn't my kid good enough? Why
She says this while she signed the kid away.
was he not perfect enough? Why was my offspring not good enough to mix with you, I guess? And your
Plus, she was also given the opportunity for a chance to see her latest child, and she just decided not to hop on that opportunity. So, what does that say about her?
crusty ass fucking teeth. Brush your goddamn mouth, you piece of shit. So, and people say I'm not supposed to talk that way to them. No, you can fucking eat my
Exactly.
shit, bitch.
She has a lot of entitlement. You could just sense it right
Fuck
away.
you. Everybody's giving me nothing from but fucking asshole this entire time, sucking off everybody else's goddamn dick, everyone else supporting me and shit, and then all this? No. Is that supposed to be true
Exactly,
love?
Sunny
Is
Bizzle.
that
Very
supposed to be
true.
true? You talk to me one fucking day and then send me a message that says, don't contact me. What the fuck?
By the way, that is her internet connection, not mine. So if she the audio goes really weird on her end, that's her.
There's no reason to even approach you or speak to you, you piece of shit. I mean, and I know I'm hormonal still. I'm just coming down off of it, you know. I'm sure I would have stabbed the shit out of him. I mean,
Yikes! Trigger warning,
at this
as
heightened
usual.
state, I would still stab the shit out of him. I'm not gonna lie. I would keep him as far away from me as humanly possible because that piece of shit, with his lies, with his manipulation, and I was left knowing nothing and had to sustain 2 lives without any emotional comfort, without any financial support, without
Hey
any
T Bird,
physical
welcome.
contact.
Welcome to the chat.
That
Thumbs up.
is fucking hard. That is so goddamn hard. No wonder I sought the fucking arms of someone at one point afterward. I was so pissed. So pissed. And Valentine's Day, I just want to fuck. Who doesn't just want to fuck? Yes, I let it get to me.
Yikes!
I should have refrained. I should have. I should have just kept it to myself, and then I would have been even prouder of myself and just realized, you know, you did it all on your own.
Exactly, a balanced opinion is probably for the best that she didn't go to visitation. She has absolutely no business being around children. I think she needs to get better first before she even gets around her own
Yes,
children,
we
because
make
she has two.
mistakes.
If you don't know, Love Notes for TLC doesn't have anything to do with the Learning Channel. TLC is her oldest child's initials, and these are supposed to be video diary accounts of her life so that her child can see them one day. But if she's going to act like this on a live stream, I don't think you want your child to be seeing this kind of mess.
Do I seek forgiveness? Yes. That's why I went to the fathers. That's why I tried to disclose it with them. And I tried to disclose it with any psychologists and everything because I am remorseful and I seek penance for it. So, you know, and I understand everything gets added up in all of my number, you know, every single one, every interaction like I was doing. I'm sweating right now because I'm in a hot car for one. But I'm just saying, like, I know I've done wrong. I know that I was promiscuous at times. I do not want to be that way with just random people. If I were to just have some inkling of which one it is, then
But she is that
I'd
way.
be like, okay,
Well, if she wants to be promiscuous, that's her issue, that's her problem, that's her deal. I'm not going to interfere with somebody's sex life and their sexuality. All I'm just saying is that she wants to be promiscuous. She will be promiscuous, but then she'll turn around and then make these allegations about these guys after she's been promiscuous. Not even once or twice, multiple times, and then all of a sudden she twists and turns things because those guys don't want to be with her. But if you know it's a one and done thing, then you kind of know it's a one and done thing. If she really wants a long term partner, then um, go through or go do the way that you would normally do to get such a long term partner. If you just want to hook up, then you got to understand it's just that, a hookup, and don't expect to turn a hookup into a long term relationship because that's actually really hard.
let's court each other.
Extremely
Let's have
hard.
some time to get to know one another. Is this okay? Like, what do you like? Let's spend some fucking quality time. And then also, too, my companionship should be good enough for a while until I suck your fucking dick. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I
And
don't get
that's the
it.
other thing runs in
And
circles. It's always when she's sleeping, guys are allegedly, supposedly raping her.
like people they take advantage of that. They sit there and they go off on their fucking shit like I'm supposed to offer it first. No. Like I've been like that. You know that. So what's the fucking problem? Yes, I'm going off on my tangents. Yes, that's TMI. I get that. I completely get that. I'm pissed. I have no one to talk to. That's why I just send it to the ethers. Because I'm
Smash
like, you
that
know
like
what?
button.
If you're not going to listen, nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going to listen. Leticia, you're not even listening. Jesus Christ. Be good. Keep your hands out of your pants. God. I'm trying so hard. What are my other
And I'm
fucking
not
flaws
hard
aside
enough.
from my ugliness? Tell me, what are my other flaws? Yeah, you've helped create all these fucking wrinkles, distorting my face. Thank
Who?
you for all the stress. Thank you. I could have been a little bit more perfect had I gotten some time to reflect and be able to fucking rest for a goddamn while trying to fucking get my body and mind back in
Right?
order. No, it's you've been
She is so completely agitated and argumentative. Exactly, a balanced opinion. It's like this constant go, 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 not even a break. We are at normal speed right now, and all she's done is talk, talk, talk in circles, word salad constantly.
placing me under even more stress.
No, she has
What
not,
the
J
fuck?
Stevio.
And I still
This
look
is old,
great for it.
September the
I
5th.
mean, still, that's crazy. I'm surprised. What the fuck? I can't believe I look as good as I do under
Let me change something.
the copious amounts of stress that I've endured. What the fuck? So, oh my god.
You're
I
welcome,
have to
J
get up and get
Stevio.
moving, I think.
She
I'm
is
gonna get the fuck off
exhausting.
here. You already have all your bits of information. What the fuck are you gonna do next? What's the next fucking hurdle? Are you gonna kill my mom? Is that what the next thing is?
Why would you
Like
even
all of a
bring
sudden
that
my
up?
mother's gonna be dead, the one fucking contact I had in this world? Oh, a big surprise. What am I gonna do? Go to a funeral? That's it. Boom, bam. Thank you, man. What the fuck? What do you want from me? Because you know damn well that you catch people in their words. You take that and then you destroy them. You use those words against them. We're not even allowed to have our own freedom of thought.
Who's she even
That's how it
talking
is.
about?
That's how rough you guys have gotten.
The government?
That's how stupid you've gotten. That we can't even have our own freedoms of understanding. We're still in trauma. We're still in pain. We like there's something wrong. Like I just want to smoke it out. That's the one vice I want. Like if I could choose, the one fucking I'd smoke some goddamn weed. Let me chill the fuck out for a
Facts.
minute. Let me
Facts, J
breathe,
Studio.
bitch.
Facts.
Like I'm already following your rules and regulations to the fucking T. What else do you need from me? So, I can't say anything. I can't cuss at people. I can't do anything wrong. Even when I was growing up and I was forced to have to live with that shit. You know,
I will say one thing, she has slipped through the cracks, in my opinion, in terms of mental health care. Yeah, it is a very vicious cycle that she's going through. I think in a better world, she would have the options and facilities that she needs. But then another angle to this whole situation is that she gets offered these services and then she doesn't want to act or participate in these services. So that's why I keep saying, even though she's slipping through the cracks, she is also partly, mostly, or fully to blame for that, because she also is getting offered services, but she is just not able to understand that she needs the services she's being offered. So therefore, it's like this whole self-fulfilling prophecy, this circular thought process actions where she gets offered something, she refuses it, she does need it, then she keeps slipping further and further through the cracks. She gets offered, she refuses it because she feels she doesn't need it. It's like it's very circular.
know how rough it was. You knew that I just sat there and I ate shit constantly until I exploded. I imploded. And then I fucking just consumed everything around me because I self destructed. And you understand now why I had to take everyone down the way I did, and why I had to leave so many breadcrumbs and tracks and traces for my own sake. Now you get it. So, yeah,
But sure, Sonny,
apparently you caught
she
me.
needs
You
healthy
found
coping
me.
skills. She
And
does.
I don't know what I am to you, but apparently it's going to be a really good story.
But she also needs to acknowledge that she does need these coping skills for her to develop good coping skills, because she doesn't think there's a problem.
So just leave me out of it for a little while. Jesus Christ. You act like I am so bad to you. You act like I could be so bad to you. I'm sure I could be. I mean, if you held a fucking grudge, if you held a, uh, whatever, just held a grudge. You people hold grudges. You're terrible. Wow, you guys are
Yikes.
mentally ill.
T-Bird says she's in jail right now. Her next court date is in January. That's a long jail time. It is.
And then you don't like hearing it
Extremely
from somebody
long.
that's classified as mentally ill, so that you want to ruin my life more. So then I'm like, I'll dance. It's okay. I'll dance. I'll show you how lovely it is
Facts.
to be
There's TV though.
crazy. How lovely it is for everyone to have a little bit of crazy. Why don't you admit to your crazy, admit that you like hurting people, and then we can be friends. We can move forward. Instead, you just want to keep continuing to harm me, and I'm like, why? Why? You're just going to hurt yourself by hurting others because you're hurting your brain. Contradictions everywhere. Contradictions
Isn't that the thing, Sunny Bizzle? She has money for smokes, but won't get the help she needs. Move on. This man doesn't want you to. Yeah, you need that. Yeah,
all over the
exactly.
place. So, and that's the same concept with like, why am I so attractive yet I'm so unattractive? I don't know. I just don't know. We just don't know. Things are just attracted to me naturally.
All right,
Naturally.
everybody. This isn't current. She's not out.
I've got a little bit of a headache,
This
like
is
behind
from
my
a month ago.
eyes. Wish I could spend all day with you. I wish I could have all the time to spend with you. I wish we could just make up. What did I do? What do you need help with? Can I help you? Do you need help at your house? Do you need help taking care of yourself, your cat? What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Like, you probably don't have a cat because you don't have feelings. And you're very, and sometimes I'm sure that you don't even want anybody else to get into your mind because you're like, oh, it's so dark in there.
I think I've seen that video, Taking My Spirit Back, where she's at her mom's house. Her mom wasn't engaging much with her because, of course, there's arguing and just wanted her to leave. Yeah, typically, I think that's the case. T Bird says she's 35 years old. Thank you, T Bird, for saying the age. I knew she was in her 30s. I just didn't know exactly how old because this person is also new to me. Jay Stevio says opening animals feeling their organs equals fired in one day from her vet's job. Yikes, she actually did that. I did not know that. So she was opening animals and feeling their organs at her vet's job. OMG, why would you do that? That is disgusting. I'm shocked right now.
I've been there. I've done that. Believe me. I've been there a lot throughout my childhood and my adolescence where I just had to stay in that dark place and worry that I might harm somebody because of all the violence in my head. And so that's why I started drawing a little bit here and there. Why do you hate me so much? Is it just my aesthetics? Like, is it just that you hate me so much? Is it my voice? Is it too weird for you? What is wrong? Is it because I'm too happy all the time? Is it because I can make a positive out of a negative? I mean, does
Right,
that bother you?
JSTV?
Does that stunt you at all? Can't we share? Isn't there something that I can do to help you? Like, aside from you raping me and leaving me for dead. Like, I don't want that. I want a husband. I want somebody to be there. I want somebody that's a gentleman, that's going to be there for me. And you know that that's what I've been asking for. So then why did you send that piece of shit? You know? That's not fair. That wasn't
Wow,
putting
she
fair.
just goes in
Not at
circles.
all. So you
How
got
can
your
you talk for
prize,
this long
and
about nothing?
like, and I'm not fucked up about it. I'll show up in your courtrooms, take care of that shit, get out of those, whatever they are, if that's what needs to happen. I don't know why you keep doing this, why it continues to persist in such a manner to where you're trying to incriminate me. And I already told you, stop being weird. Please just don't hurt me, like in the process. I know that you like to just for your fucking video footage and whatever,
Wait a
but
second.
I'm done.
There is a word for liking the looks of like moist internal organs. Because if she is seriously getting fired from her vet because she likes what she did, that is completely disgusting. Opening animals and feeling their organs. I'm trying to look for the term for that. If somebody has it, it was also shown in that Dahmer movie because they like the look of like wet organs. This is so eerie.
I'm trying really hard. I try to take everything That's why you know how when I was even in jail, I was so appreciative of being able to shower. I was appreciative of my food. I was appreciative of like
Yeah,
the
it is a
bed,
medical
that I was
fetishism.
comfortable and that I had my blankets and stuff because the things were taken from me when I called out for my suicide shit because it was true. But then taking stuff away, you knew it was getting worse. It was just making me worse. So whatever project you were researching through me, that's cool. Like I don't mind it. And I know I don't have the same chemistry as everyone else. And my mind is a little
True,
askew
Sunny.
because I've gone through so much trauma. And so that I can tolerate more than most people. And that's why you get a lot of animals that act out. And a lot of them that are spitting and whatever and punching and kicking like I was doing in the fucking jail this last time. The kicking, I
Why does she use the word animals? That is so very specific. A lot of animals that act out.
knew I was so pissed.
She has
I
been
was like,
using that.
damn, this shit's coming. This shit's fucking coming. And you fucking pieces of shit. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I blame December 4th. I blame his hands. I blame that he couldn't have held off. I blame that he,
Always blaming the
maybe he
guy.
was supposed to do that or something. Who knows? Maybe things just happen. So I'm angry. I'm very angry. Who wouldn't be? Am I acting out? Am I lashing out? Am I going and killing those people riding their bike? No.
A balanced opinion says animals. She self-described her behavior as being like an animal. Okay, gotcha.
No,
Thank you. A
because that
balanced
would be
opinion.
stupid. That would be crazy. That's none of their business. They're not anybody to me. I'm not trying to interfere with anybody. I've mistakenly said things. I've said things out of the heat of in the moment of anger or frustration that I can't really retract. But that doesn't mean that later on I don't feel remorse. And of course, there's always that penance of trying to make up for anything I might have said that could have left anybody scarred. Um, and I do. I try so hard. I'm like, I tell everyone, I'm really sorry about these things
Exactly.
that I
Taking
might
my
have
spirit
done when
back.
I was in a heightened state. I just want you to know I have disorders, I have these
Exactly. Squishy
issues,
socks.
and that's why it takes me a moment to gauge what I truly want.
There's also December the 2nd.
And that's why when you asked me
Could
so
be
many
any of those
times,
guys'
I
kids.
was so defiant and didn't want to answer, didn't have a proper response aside from loving the world. That's it. I just want to love it. I want to be there to help it somehow. I don't want any sort of things because I know that they can all be taken. I knew that borrowing and being and sharing was one thing, but I'm not sharing my body like that anymore. What is wrong with you? That is not okay. That is not okay. You knew I cried. You knew I was sad. You knew he even was like, you're making me feel bad. You should fucking feel bad. I didn't even fucking wake up fully, and you're already fucking done. You're a pussy. So, anyway,
Facts. Stevie, she admitted to choosing JW due to enjoying his DICK. Plus, he was non-military. Exactly.
I have to get these words out. I have to get them out. I can't just harbor all of this resentment anymore. I can't just keep it to myself and confined. So I let it out so the universe can take care of it. So they know I'm done with it. I'm at peace now. It's like screaming it out. Like, just, I have to bury it. I have to burn it. I have to just get it away from me. So the confession, it's just
Oh
the
man.
confession of also being like, just, that's so cute. Those little things with the leaves and stuff. Why am I so distracted constantly? I'm so childish. I know I wouldn't be
Um,
distracted had I had the baby, and you knew that. And it's not about the baby.
how?
It's about you guys and whatever story you want to play
That baby would be in mortal danger.
and follow through with. But I told you, I'm not going back after it.
For
You're trying to
somebody
make me with
who
the photos and everything, and that's why I posted it because I know. I already know, and you don't let certain people watch that shit anyway. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care how much I expose because you're supposed to be monitoring me from now on. Fuck you. So why don't you corral me, bitch? And no, I don't mean bitch to some people
yikes.
because I do have the utmost respect for a lot of these individuals that interact with me, even the people that have to do their jobs. And yes, I say some very derogatory things toward them, but
She
just
would
it's the
be
heat of the
squishy
moment. And then I realize, well, they're just human beings and they're just
for sure,
having to do this
100%.
stuff in order to get by. But that's the devil talking to you. Quit fucking letting it whisper in your ear. So, sometimes. And I know it's for the greater good. But still, how is it for the greater good when I have to suffer constantly? Why am I so childish?
Nikki, she is all over the place. I believe she's talking. For one, she talks about the guy who allegedly, supposedly got her pregnant. Two, then she starts talking about government officials, then police officers, then general people. Then she starts talking about herself, and it's all just intermixing into this word salad.
Why?
Sometimes, and then she's switching between different types of people that she's talking to or about,
Fire trucks. I love them.
talking at.
So, anyway, because you put the fires out with the fire trucks, and I've set
Speaking
little
of
blazes here
fires,
and there, and
yeah,
no
we know
one
you
caught
do.
me. It was just in the woods, and it
What?
wasn't anything that like I was really trying to get away with murdering someone in their sleep. That's crazy. So,
Did you just hear that, people? She said little fires in the woods. Those little fires can turn into huge fires because that's how they start. Like a little cigarette being flicked, or even the ash being flicked outside of a moving car, can start a huge
so
fire.
childish. Why? Fire trucks. I love them.
Yeah.
So,
Please tell us why
anyway,
again.
because you put the fires out with the fire trucks, and I've set little blazes here and there, and no one caught me. It was just in the woods, and it wasn't
Yikes.
anything that like I was really trying to get away with murdering someone in their sleep. That's crazy. So, anyway, but you've known me. You've known who I am. You just know that there are times where there weren't pieces of video footage, and I could have gotten away with something because look at how naughty she is. Like, and even the times where I stole all those CDs.
I fathom to think, or I fear to fathom to think what else she has done that she hasn't told us and that she's gotten away with.
From under everyone's nose. And it was like you could barely see any of it. And a majority of it too, even when I was thieving from other places, you knew. Oh, that's what caught me onto it, was the cameras. I know I shouldn't have stolen. And that's why I had to go without. And this has been really hard living.
Love and prayers to you, Jace TVO. I am so sorry that you're going through such circumstances. My heart goes out to you.
In your car. Like, I know people get, a lot worse. But for a cute girl, what? This is too much to comprehend. I am too cute for this. Too cute. What? Anybody would have taken me and just like, yeah, you're a girlfriend now. But then you had me avoid all these people. You forcibly had me go and interact with certain individuals. Why? And even when I have to deal with my family, I love and appreciate them, but I'm still mad at them. So there's like that whole balance
Good,
there
Jace
of me
TV.
loving and hating them. So if
That's what you got to do. You just got to, survive, live your life to the best of your ability every single day. Be
they
grateful.
disappeared, I'd have to understand that they're just gone, and they were gone for many years. So why not already accept that? The same concept with this baby. The same concept with Tootsie. After she was gone for so long, I was like, Jesus, she doesn't exist anymore. You guys have made it so. And
Emery,
and then I was
what's
just
up?
like, I just wanted to see them.
Welcome.
Ah! You won't get my tears. Fuck you. You don't deserve them. And that's what makes you realize that I actually have a human fucking heart and that I'm not fucking made of stone or just some fucking psychotic succubus fucking Medusa over here, even though I went as a child as that. That makes perfect fucking sense. It's great fucking humor right there. Fucking little Medusa.
How?
She was going to be an angel, but she turned out to be a Medusa. God damn it. Fucking venomous fucking snake over here, luring men to their fucking death, to their doom. Yes.
Actually, that describes her really well. She does lure a lot of guys to their death, their doom, their detriment, stress on people. Her specifically making stuff up on these guys Like she goes out with them, then she makes shit up on them. Like that is actually very stressful to have and to go through that. Can you imagine being a guy? You go on a date, both parties know it's just a hookup. Then after the hookup, then you're being investigated. That is actually very stressful because somebody is saying that you did something that you didn't do. And when the investigation is over and they found that you didn't do the stuff, you might have gotten a lawyer, might have cost you some money. You try and move on with your life, and then they're still coming at you. It's very stressful.
Succubus. Lilith over here. It's funny. Fuck you! So anyway, and that's why I know a lot of you enjoy my commentary. You listen to me, you're like, oh my god, she's so weird. And then you take the time that you're like, oh my god, some of these things are really just spot on, and she's hilarious about it. When's it gonna be done yet? God, when's it gonna be done? My tits hurt. I'm not seeking anything. I'm not begging you for anything. I don't need anything. I've
Mod
got plenty
62.
right now.
Yep.
I've got everything I could ever want.
Mad at the world. Very true.
I'm being facetious. It's not true. So I lost a lot of stuff, and you kept stealing
Like
from me
what?
all the things that I like.
Oh, here we
and all
go.
the things that I want. So what now? What's the next game? What's now? Are you going to steal a body part or something? Because I don't like that idea. That doesn't seem very fun and healthy. And then, did you notice that my bruise healed like really well? I know it's darker on the footage, but you see it in person. It healed.
Why would you jump to you're stealing stuff as in, belongings, then you jump to body parts? Like, why would they jump to that? Like, how do you take that leap?
Really well and really quickly? That's insane. What did you inject me with? Ah! Ah! There's nobody around. They can't hear me screaming. They won't hear you. And somebody was like, be careful. You've gotten the eye of this nympho. Well, hopefully it's my partner because, damn, that would be nice. Rob me. Steal me away. Just all of a sudden, she just disappeared one day. She ended up in chains in somebody's bedroom. Like, no,
Chains in a
please, God, just
bedroom?
feed me and water me. Feed me, water me,
Huh?
toilet. I would need walks too. Need daily walks and exercise equipment. I wouldn't run. I would just sit there and work out all sexily.
A balanced opinion says narcissistic tendency. She thinks she's better, smarter, more attractive than most people, yet her crimes aren't as punishable. This woman is generally scary. She's capable of a lot of harm. Exactly.
I'm not even that
Is
sexy. I'm just weird, and I like to joke about stuff, and I make for a pretty decent like companion. So I knew that, and you guys knew that after a while because you were monitoring me, and I'm sure that everything's gonna work out exactly as it should. I'm really trying not to have that fucking swayed toward the baby, but it's really hard. I mean, animal instincts, man, that primitive urge to just run back over there and have fought for him. But if that's not the way it should be, then it's not the way it should be.
taking my spirit back says she has a storage locker she abandoned. The contents were very telling. Could you please remind us if of what the contents were? Because, like I've said, I'm still getting to know this person.
And I'm accepting of that now. The same thing with Tootsie. That's why I started with the videos and releasing a lot of the toxicity. And I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited that there's going to be a potential future, that there's going to be something that I enjoy and is not just going to run away from me like a fucking crazed animal because they're doing stuff that's mischievous and they need to make sure I look crazy for it. Like, please, I'm already crazy enough. Like, let's not do that. We can have fun and I'll cook you dinners.
Right, a balanced
I'll do
opinion.
whatever you need.
I'm shocked when she said that.
I'll wear that outfit you like.
I make a
So
pretty
funny.
decent
I'm so
companion.
silly. I don't know
Yikes.
why I talk like this. I think it's mostly just it's because it's my quiet time. I say quiet time, but I'm all alone. There's nobody here. These videos are for you guys. These videos are for just to reach out to tell you how I'm doing, to what my thought process is. After a certain point, I had realized what was going on, and I knew that I was just talking to you, and that it wasn't anything to. And I understand the placement. I get that, but that doesn't mean that there were a lot of, you know. I just wonder how many people I offended by my thoughts. And I'm like,
Facts, a balanced
I know
opinion.
it's none of my business. I shouldn't regulate people. They choose their own path. I get that. I am so sorry if I did offend some of you that,
Is
are
she
up
sorry
there,
though?
that know, and that are
I was thinking that she was getting distracted by those birds and cherries,
ambulance.
those
Ambulance.
sirens.
No, they're coming. No. No, I'm just playing. Um uh to stick me in the crazy house, the cuckoo's nest. The cuckoo's nest. Oh my god. You know what? I'd really would like to watch some movies. I would really like to watch movies and read some books. That would be nice. And to just sit down and chill the fuck out and work out and eat healthfully and do some stuff.
Taking My Spirit Back says the contents were all of her daughter's baby stuff and things from Leticia's childhood and marriage. There was no furniture, it was all kid
And I
stuff.
know that
Oh,
following the rules would be fine for me. And I know I would step out of bounds every once in a while, but there's very little that you have to correct me on, and you understand that. You've seen that. So, because I'm usually compliant for the greater good. I'm compliant. I'm really accepting of the fact that these things have to happen in a certain manner. So, um, hopefully, you're not allowing this to be publicized further than yourselves, because that would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane. Why am I so ugly?
Marie,
Like,
welcome.
I look at myself and I wonder,
Welcome
why
to the
are the
chat,
features
everybody.
so
Smash
strange?
that like
Why are
button.
they so odd? They're so unique. And some people like that. They're like, oh, well, you're unique. You got, but I still don't find any true beauty in it. Like, I see it, I engage with it, I see the things that might be potential, but then also, too, I also see all of the negative.
I'm sure Shiny does need food. I've been kind of keep in touch with the whole Shiny and Rev situation. Maybe I'll do a stream on that.
Constantly, but more so the negative. So, like
For
when
sure,
everybody
Sunny
was
Bizzle.
harassing me, I was like, Jesus, can you guys get off your high horses? Are you that perfect constantly? Jesus. And some of you are absolutely gorgeous. And that's something that I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I could ever hold up to any of that. But then also, my intelligence, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I guess. And I try not to say that, but like, I don't feel like I'm very smart, because it's sort of like when people just happen upon something and it's like, okay, well, you know too much, and
For sure,
you've got to
balanced
go.
opinion.
Get in the duffel bag in the back. Just sit in there already, so I can bang
Duffel
bang.
what?
Easy, clean up. I have a,
Why would you even be talking like this? Duffel bag in the back, huh? Let's hear this again. Let's
and
go
it's like,
back.
okay, well, you know too much, and you've got to go. Get in the duffel bag in the back. Just sit in there already, so I can bang bang. Easy, clean up.
Yikes.
I have a I have a good perspective about this. But either way, even if I get killed, it would be like, oh, satisfaction either way. So, and I go, and you understand that. So it's like, so you understand, I understand. Anything could be lost at any time, including my life, including if I were to get a partner in the future, I would worry about them constantly, because I would be like, oh my God, are you safe? Are you going to be safe? Is this
Trigger
something
warning,
that,
everybody.
you know, I would always be worried for them,
Where is Shiny streaming these days? I haven't been keeping up with that. Is she on Twitch? Is she on YouTube? Or is she like doing Instagram?
because that's how my heart works. And then I'd be like, okay, well, yes, I have to understand though, if you were taken from me, then I'd have to murder everyone. I'd
Trigger
have to
warning.
it would be the
Trigger
one
warning,
thing.
everybody.
I'd be
Trigger
like, you know
warning.
what? I've waited my whole fucking goddamn life for this amount of sex. This amount of sex. I'm terrible. Why do I show affection like that? I'm just very masculine when it comes to that too, because I'm like, And I understand earlier with the whole men perceive that touching it
She's
is
on
showing their
Twitch.
affection. Men
Okay,
perceive that you
I see.
interacting with giving you that
Somebody bless me with what her Twitch is.
is a compliment. And it's like, that's not really a compliment, is it? When we end up pregnant and like all alone, like that's not a compliment whatsoever.
For sure, Nikki.
But I understand the whole primitive aspect of it. I get that. So when I think about it, I'm like, well, I'm getting overheated. My tits hurt. And I know I'm so inappropriate. I know that there's sometimes where people are like, I can't listen to her. She's bad. She's naughty. And I get that. I'm naughty. I get that. I get that. And I know I would have to be caged for a little while to calm the fuck down. But I'm supposed to do that without any vices. That's not fair. I would be just fine. I
Why do
wouldn't
you
say
need
these
advice
things
though?
if I had everything I needed. I would be just fine.
Like weed?
And if you told me, I'd be like, okay, sorry, time out for me. Excuse me. And pardon my French. Pardon my French. I know I would have to like readjust the way I speak to people.
Very true. It's a lot of shock value words with what she's saying.
And I don't mind doing that. I really don't. This has been a hardship
Good luck on your COVID shot, Marie.
that I needed to endure in order to detach fully, in order to recognize that life is worth living as long as I'm appreciative of all of the things. And I was so appreciative just for the experience and to know
You're
that
welcome.
my body could withstand so much
Thank you,
during
Auroras.
such
Appreciate it.
a trying time, during such an unexpected and I still say unwarranted and unsolicited.
Eric D has a point here. I'm failing to see why people think she's dangerous. People like this live in a state of what I call tomorrow I'm gonna. They never follow through on anything because they're too lazy slash dumb. Yeah, I would say yeah for the most part. A lot of people are like this, but on the other part, uh, on the other hand, I've seen people that say tomorrow I'm gonna, and then they actually do go forward with it. Case in point, a lot of trigger warning, by the way. A lot of people who just wake up one morning, head to a school or hospital or some sort of facility with people who are unarmed and not expecting something to happen, and then they start unaliving people. So I totally understand your point, Eric D. But in many instances, she has shown herself to be dangerous. Maybe not physically dangerous, but dangerous by use or trying to use the law as a sword to attack people. Because if you start hurling allegations at people, especially with the guy from December the 4th, it's very dangerous because not only could you cost somebody their job, you can cost somebody their credibility, you could cost somebody their life because you're hurling these allegations at them that just are unfounded, and that is extremely dangerous. So whether it's physically or she's being manipulative in some sort of way, she can be pretty dangerous, and a lot of people do find her to be quite dangerous with their words because of how she uses them to attack and manipulate people.
But during and
Chrissy Socks also says she have gotten Plan B for free with her Medicaid. True, she didn't want to take the Plan B.
I know it seems like I'm unappreciative sometimes. I see that. I understand that where I'm giggling, I'm having too much fun. You guys are being silly. I'm being silly. Like in all the stuff you send me, down wrong ways, the one ways and stuff like that. I get it. You guys are silly. So, excuse me.
Edna
But I still find
says,
fun in it. Like
I feel for her, but this is violent language and is dangerous.
I think
True.
that you guys are just being silly. I was
All she needs to do is act on it, but we've seen her act on many things: the puppies, the making up of things, the lighting the fires. She said in this stream she's lit several fires. Like that is dangerous. That could actually kill people.
taking too much. I was being unappreciative. I wasn't listening. I was focusing too much on myself and this flesh and instead of the world around me, and recognizing that I need to pay attention to in this vehicle, how much of a privilege it is. Like, you have no idea how appreciative I am. And just the fact that it is just so nice. The way that everything happened was just as it should be. It just is. And I love this car. It was so much fun. And like, and I tell everybody all the time, like, where's my new stuff? Where is the stuff? Like, are we done yet? Like, is this over with? But
Exactly that as well. She torched her daughter's crib. She likes setting fires.
I don't really
Is she a pyro? I'm getting that. I'm getting that feeling that she likes to do a lot of things. The thing at the vet, feeling animals' organs, lighting fires, um, saying that any guy in her orbit is doing rapey stuff to her. These are all very troubling and telling things.
really even want to push that because I'm just so grateful because of this. Like it's like when you're so happy with so little that you just don't want it to go, and then it's like, oh my god, well slowly you have to just let go. There are better things in store if you do let go, and that's the same concept when passing over. It's just you take a deep breath and that's how it goes. So um I love you guys very much. And I'm really excited because I know that on my end, I just go with anything majority of the time. But I'm just hopeful that when we encounter each other, that we're going to recognize each other. Well, obviously, you're going to recognize me because you've been watching me forever. And you're probably like, this fucking crazy bitch. I'm probably not like that. Probably not with those words. But in my
Mm-hmm.
mind, it's kind of like it's a joking, positive, what is the word? Like an affirmation, like because a female dog
What's an
and the way she'll fight
affirmation?
for anything, her pups and food, scraps. Um, but then I don't get physically violent, so that's weird. One of these days I'm gonna snap. I hope it's not at my partner though.
Well, look at that, saying stuff like that. One of these days, I'm gonna snap.
Hopefully he never does anything
One day she
crazy, and
might.
that it's also too like he understands I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Please don't do crazy shit to me. I just want to love you. And I'm super happy though. Like I loved that baby for a moment. And that's
Very
how I
shocking.
tell people with Tootsie because I said, just those moments with her, just those years with her. And that's why I cried out all my tears. And having given birth naturally like that, I was
Excellent
like, holy
opinion.
shit, bitch. You can withstand so much more than you had ever thought you could. That was the most horrifying thing I've ever fucking experienced. And then it was ripped away. God, I couldn't imagine some of the women that had that happen, but in such a violent way that they just gave birth on the side of the road or
Very true,
something, and
Lindsay.
then they were ripped away and started getting raped or something. What? I couldn't imagine the fucking horrible things that some women have gone through because some men out there are so atrocious. And I'm over here all super
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in the world that are atrocious, that a lot of women have gone through extremely bad times and whatnot.
privileged, and people are like taking it gently and
But then her, hurling around grape allegations kind of takes away from, the real people, the true people that have been graped. So she needs to be careful how she hurls that word around to
slowly
everybody
with me.
or
And I'm
with
like,
everybody.
still, no, no, no. Like, no thanks. Whoa. The fact that we even have rights right now, that's
Speaking of Foodie Beauty, Taking My Spirit Back says her video titled My First Hijab got 22K views. She's trying to get rid of the beezers and the bees image.
amazing. I hope that you guys stop taking the rights though. That's crazy talk. That's crazy. I mean, I understand that we were property. So even our mindset, you'd have to get the man to corral us in and whatever because you just wouldn't listen. We were property. We could be owned. So muzzle that bitch. What? Whoa. And that's in our fucking history.
What
Like,
is
what the
she on
fuck?
now?
Women have been so mistreated. And I even just look at
Smash that like button,
the
everybody.
recent things like within my mother and my grandmothers. What the fuck? I'm so privileged compared to them. And wow. Wow. And I know that. And I know I'm entitled. I know that I'm spoiled. I know that you've taken it easy with me. I know that I was too demanding. Not really too demanding, I would say. I know I'm pretty prissy. I get that. that, but I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. It's like, don't, just don't. And people usually back off. And I'm like, no, seriously,
Right,
like, don't.
taking
I
my
don't know
spirit
where I get
back.
this sense of entitlement. I really don't know what it is, and how, like, when now that I'm back more so in the form that I'd like to be in, and I'm working on my posture and my etiquette, uh, I feel so much better, more like myself, more like the person that is here. There's, you know, and you know how I like to doll myself up when I can, but I don't really look the cutest. Like, I'm cute, but I'm not like beautiful cute or sexy. Well, I guess sexy because of my body's all fucking
Ah,
horrifying. These tits are gigantic.
there we
They
go
look so
again.
weird for my frame, even though like my waist is fine a little bit. It's retracting so much better my skin now than it had done like prior. So I'm pretty glad that everything worked out okay. I do miss the baby. I looked down and I was
I don't think she does. I think she misses having the ability to have control of
like
somebody.
holding my stomach, and I was like, oh my God, the pressure is gone. Oh my God, he's not here. I don't have any of that anxiety anymore. It's gone. All of it. Gone. Like, that was so weird. It was like
Exactly,
giving
runs in
birth to all of
circles,
my negative
thinking about her
stuff.
next
That
victim.
sounds so bad. That sounds so bad. Oh my God. But like, it's kind of like that. Like, I made an exchange with the universe because I loved him so much. And all I did was just pass on all these fucking issues. I swear to Christ. Like, oh my God, I feel so bad. Because, like,
Exactly,
I told
Lindsay.
you, the moment I
Facts,
knew about him, all I
100%.
could think about was home. And then he's going to be searching for a home his whole life. Oh my God. Like, all that is so sad. All that is so sad. And then all that anxiety, all that feeling of of being scared and running and not wanting to be seen, that's like all gone. It's crazy. Like, I don't mind. And now I'm getting slowly getting back to my hormones are regulating themselves. So I feel like I could definitely stand in front of the courts and be like, okay, yeah, let's sign this over. Whatever you want to adopt him out, whatever you want, whatever is good for you. Because I don't want to jump through hoops and shit. I'm not gonna sit there and play your stupid games. What the fuck, rehab and shit, like, for weed? What? No, 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 no. Calm your
Okay.
tits, bitch.
She's too much.
Oh, you
She's
know
too
I've gone
much right
without it.
now.
And you know I've gone extended periods of time without it. But there was usually an exchange for it.
Oh, she's gonna smoke
Just like
now.
I've told you, everything comes at a price. So you guys are so demanding. You really are. I really don't understand it. What next? What now? And I'm not trying to be rude.
True,
I'm
Edna.
not trying to
Very
be like
true.
condescending. I'm just saying, what next?
I wish the best for her baby. Positivity, good thoughts, good energy, everything for her baby.
Oh,
Baby's
I
better
get
off not being with a mom that doesn't want to take care of said baby, living in a car, driving around. That is not the life for a
I
newborn.
didn't already just give up my fucking offspring. That's weird. Rumpelstiltskin, bitches. Ugh. Are you guys magic? Oh my God, you're magic! Oh my God! I know you're magic. I still don't understand why the purpose of all of this, like why you had to push me to such an extreme just to see if I would really lash out, I guess. I don't know. My
Who's
arm
push-
hurts right
who's
here.
pushing
You
her?
guys didn't do anything, right? It was just me working out. Because I swear you guys touch me in my sleep all the time. And what's up with that
Here
weird
we go
mark
again.
that I had? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So that mark that I had in the shape of a phallic symbol on my hand after, when my daughter was conceived. Does anybody know about that? Because that freaks me
Really?
out. Because you saw it, right? Like, you can
It's a
still,
phallic symbol.
even right now, there's like a reddish tint right here.
Oh,
Sometimes afterward, when it started dissipating, like when it
hopefully she's smoking weed and not the flaca.
started slowly,
Wow.
um, just sort of, I don't know, I could run it under hot water and it would come back. Why? What is that? Am I a breeder? That's weird. That's so creepy. That's weird.
All right, let's check the pipe, whether or not it's flaca.
That's weird. I'm super hot right now. I feel like I'm dying. You guys are crazy. Like, all the time. just one thing after another, and I'm like,
Wait a second. What the hell's going on? What's with all the sirens throughout this entire stream? This is like the third set of
what the
sirens.
fuck next? What now? And I understand I was being really defiant. I get
Hi,
that.
passionately, bruh.
Imagine. I
Welcome.
mean, you're an animal, you got nothing going on, you're running from everything. Of course I acted in the way that I did. It's completely understandable. Oh my god, I'm sweating
Hi, Emmy Judy.
profusely. I cannot believe
Doesn't matter if you're late as long as you're here. But I just have to say that her thoughts are all over the place. I hope that she doesn't have custody of any of her children. She doesn't.
that some of this shit happens to me.
But are you noticing she's getting heavily distracted by those sirens?
You guys are weird. Why is this going on? And also, too, have you been monitoring me? Like, do you just set up partners for people? Is it about their chemistry? Is it about like just their want for the person? Is it about based on money? What is the currency for humans? I would like to know, because I'm very curious. I didn't realize that I was worth anything aside from, my strange and hilarious commentary sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty funny. I guess if you took away some of my vocabulary, including the negative, then it would
Welcome,
stunt my
everybody.
humor
If you're new,
and
welcome,
being able
welcome.
to you know
Smash that like button.
afford a laugh from everyone, or whatever. Yeah. So,
I think so,
like when I
Marie.
said about the whole fish thing, that just sprung to mind. You guys are so funny. I know that you interject constantly, with some processes, but a majority of it is the stuff that I've already encountered, and it just is relayed back and forth. Um, I would like to know more about myself, even. I still can't believe like the bruise is nearly entirely gone. That's fucking crazy.
Okay.
Sis.
I'm sorry. What else?
Maybe I'm a healer.
Does she
Maybe
have a
that's a
drug
fetish.
problem? Would you consider weed and shrooms a drug problem? If you do, then I guess yes. Also, if you consider that she will drive right after consuming these things, then that would also be a yes.
Maybe also too, like naming him Jason Healer will be beneficial for him. Maybe he'll live up to his name, whereas, like I've stated before, no need to go into that. But and I hate being so vindictive. I hate that. Like, who does that? That is a violation of my body. And you're like, well, we own your body. Well, then what was the point of that child? What was the point of that particular child with that particular DNA? So he could destroy the world, so so he could consume everything.
Taking My Spirit Back says she said she didn't want the baby at the hospital, then she changed her mind, but it was too late. Exactly. Constant change your mind. That is not
That's
gonna
so
cut
funny.
it. Just
I'm gonna
because
get
she
off of
changed her
here. I love
mind,
you.
she signed things
I'll
away.
talk to you later, and hope you're having a really good day.
She, what else say that baby's in a way better place?
I'm not trying to persuade anybody into
What
like
kind of life would a child
doing
have?
things.
An
I'm just
infant
being
living in a
myself.
car.
But I feel like sometimes when I look at myself, even I I get confused. Like, I even to myself realize some people might not perceive me as being genuine. And that hurts, I think, the most, is not getting accepted for my transparency. And then that's when everybody would say, they'd look me in the eyes and they'd say, I believe you. And I was like, finally, just understand, like, they're fucking with me too. And that's when I understood. People would tell me, it's happened to me before. Okay. Speak to God when you're in your car. Okay. Talk.
Eric D says, my opinion is of course anecdotal. It's just a lot of her feels intentionally attention seeking. She likes feeling feared slash crazy. It's affirmation when she's failed at everything else in life. Yeah, I can respect this opinion, Eric D.
Aloud when you're in the shower.
Where does she
Okay.
bathe? At a gym?
That shit hits hard. All of it. It does. And I'm like, whoa. And you even knew my thought process when I was driving earlier and how I was tripping the fuck out, understanding that men offer their penises as sort of a compliment. Ooh, have we not evolved? Yuck. That is disturbing. You do not offer your penis first. That is not right. And it's not even about affordability. It's mostly about trying to care for that person and be there for them, especially for a woman emotionally. Like,
But she was the one who was looking for a hookup on these dating sites. She found exactly what she needed. Just because they didn't offer you long term after you knew and understood that there was just a hookup doesn't now mean that they're awful people.
Jesus Christ, this fucking insane world that we're here on the lower level. What is this? What? The sirens. I know. I love you. I'm still slightly unnerved. I wouldn't say I'm scared so much as I am just
Yeah, more
unnerved.
sirens.
And I'm just hopeful that
Fourth session of
I've been
sirens now.
accepted with whatever you guys are doing, and that you guys are like progressing so that, yes, whatever other things I have to encounter, I can, without even a study guide. Like, what? I know that you've prepared me. There's been a few things here and there, but without even like a study guide, and I'm just thrown out into the wolves like this, and you realize my genuine reactions to things, and I'm horrified, completely petrified. Some of this stuff is completely just rancid to me. What?
Why banana cadabra?
Putrid. Like, what am I looking at? Why am I seeing this? I'm too sheltered for something like this. And I do not want to engage with all of that. And so, like, you understand, please don't harm me. Please don't send anybody that's going to get physically violent with me. It's not the time. And also,
Oh
too,
boy, she's just too
um,
much.
and the weird questions constantly. It's always the same fucking questions. And then it's like the same repetitive fucking.
So we had someone come in the chat. Who was it again that said she has her court date in January? That is a long time to wait. A very long time.
Responses. If you want me to offer something else, just tell me, because I swear to God, just tell me. Whatevs. Whatevs. You guys are cray cray. Like, and I know I'm a fucking 35-year-old using these childish terms. I understand that, but I can't help it. It's something that helps alleviate my stress. So even when dudes be riding around with those big ass sunglasses and stuff, looking all weird like they're from the 80s, you know, go for it, man. Like, that's awesome as fuck. Just be yourselves with your fucking mullet. Cool. Like, just live your life.
For sure, a balanced
I don't
opinion.
know. I find, at first, I found a lot of things appalling. Some of the things that I would first encounter that were different than my own thought process, I'd be appalled, and then I would
Facts,
be
passionately, bro.
intrigued. And
Facts.
majority of the time, I found favor in a lot of the things that I saw, which was not really a good compensation for, or, you know, what is the word? It's not the best sort of educated judgment, I would say, at the very least, for some things, because I always try to find
Right, Nikki?
favor before I find
Maybe something will change. Who knows?
anything that's unfavorable or
We'll find out.
toxic to me. Toxic. I just, like, sometimes I think about like wrestling, and it's like toxic behavior. There she goes. She's elbow to the face. Like, just why am I crazy? Why? I'm silly. I would have been a great mom. Like, but I understand. Just be patient, Leticia. Just be patient. Just be patient. How much fucking longer?
Wait a second. Was there a wrestler that used to say that toxic behavior? I don't recall.
Those roses are really pretty. They're kind of an orangish tint. I'm not really too sure how I enjoy the color orange. Orange is okay, but maybe it's more of like a fuchsia.
I wonder
I
why
don't know.
she
You see them
doesn't
too.
like the orange. Does she? Does it remind her of
So,
being
you know what I'm
behind
talking about.
bars?
I love you very much. I hope you're having a really good day. I hope you guys are doing your jobs well, like you're staying hydrated and getting up and walking around from whatever monitors you've got, too. So please don't overexert yourselves, especially if you are dealing with a lot of the toxic stuff and the electronics.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
love
what I
you.
was
I
thinking.
hope you're having a good day, and I hope you have a really good week. I feel so much better now that I have that less, like, the anxiety is gone. Oh my God. That was so weird. Like, the difference in the way my body is trying to get this out. And they were like, the postpartum's going to be terrible. Not necessarily, because you have to understand the circumstances. And I'm kind of like above just being animalistic and just like, oh my God, everything is. That was with the first child being ripped away that I got over that and progressed and got the therapy I needed. I love you. That's, I guess, now looking back, my rants were really lengthy. But I
They
guess I
were
needed all of that just to
very
disclose what I
scattered.
was feeling at those
World
particular
salad.
times.
World.
I'm
Why
doing
do I
good
keep
though,
saying?
so I shouldn't
Why do I keep saying world? I meant word salad.
have to video very much anymore, unless I'm just facing the camera and just talking to you guys. So I can keep my mouth shut now. I can keep my mouth shut now. Kind of. Kind of. I'll spit in your face. Ah.
Really,
I want
really.
to go to an amusement park. That seems like it would be a lot of fun. Halloween is coming up. Oh my God, that guy looks like Santa Claus. So I love Christmas. I love presents. I love the snow, even if it's toxic. I want to try skiing. That sounds like fun.
She's getting
That
to
sounds like
me.
a lot of fun. I
Not really. It's just she she says a lot, yet it turns out to be a little. But I'm getting used
think
to
I
it.
could do it well. I think that I would be able to do a lot of things well that I wasn't given the opportunity. I want to go rafting down rapids and stuff. I think I could manage that now. I think it's gotten to the point where I'm not going to have heart attacks because, for those many years,
Take care of
and
yourself, Marie.
like
Have a good one.
jumping out of an airplane would be fun too. I think I could do that without passing out. But before,
World star hip hop,
he looks
world
like a
star hip hop,
garden gnome. He looks like a
world
garden
star.
gnome because he has no mustache. So he's got like the garden gnome look. I love it.
Where is
My
her
walking
family?
garden gnome.
Pretty much not talking to her. They try and keep as much distance away as possible, which is very telling.
Just give him the hat. Oh, you saw that little thing that drove by me a little while ago? I said, what was that? I felt like my mind was playing tricks on me. I thought I made that up. I really wanted to go and try to drive and catch it on film because I'm very nervous as to what's real and what's not real anymore. We've got a gnome man walking around over there. We've got some random little, what the fuck was it? It was like a little, what was it? It was like a giant toy. It was a giant toy.
For
It
sure,
was,
Lindsay.
what was that? I would have been horrified if a human being could climb out of that. It was so tiny. It was so tiny. Oh my God. I freaked out. I mean, I did see that. So what was that? It made me, it was perfect. It's exactly what I needed to get my mind off of things because I was dancing around and those perverts were watching me. I was over it. No thanks. Oh my God, what was that thing? I want to see it. I want to touch it. What is that? Is there an alien inside of that? What the fuck? What was that? Was that something that was like small and then made
Hey,
large? What
Banana
was
Kadabra.
that?
Okay, she's
That
gonna
was
end
really
this.
weird. It seemed like it was too small to offer anybody space to, unless it was a dwarf.
Well, this is off
What
to a
did
tangent.
I see? Oh my God. Anyway, who's this guy? It's just some guy cycling in the parking lot. I better get off of here.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
you do that.
Okay, I love you.
And that is it for her. I mean, there's a lot more. Was her son born healthy? From all I can tell you, yes. Other than that, I mean, we are going to go over more throwbacks. That is a throwback because that happened about 5 weeks ago at the time of this recording. And what I will be doing now is logging off. Catch me on my main channel. We're going to do some more throwbacks of Foodie Beauty content, where Foodie Beauty was, or how her train of thought was a couple of years back. So catch me on my main channel for that. Also on my cooking channel, 50% cooking is what I say. What I will be doing is I will be cooking some meatballs with mushrooms. So catch me with that if you want to, of course, because I'll be over there tonight as well on my third channel. If you don't know what my third channel is, then let me give you the link for that, because some of you have been very interested. Other than that, smash that like button. Let me schedule the throwback. Thank you for catching the replay, oranges, and I'm out. Thank you so much. We'll do more of these love notes for TLC. Rob, how are you doing? You're catching me at the end, but it's all good. What you can do is watch the replay if you'd like to. If not, we're going to be doing some throwbacks of Foodie Beauty. Loneliest boy in the world, what's up? Thanks for being here. I mean, I guess you're going to have to catch the replay as well. But hey, I'm going to be doing some throwbacks whenever, wherever. But smash that like button for me. I'm out. Be safe if I don't see you on my main. And I'll see you another time. Take care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye bye.